注意事項です。前回のあらすじ。会談の場で、緑林協定の副官は、膨大な要求を突きつけてきた。それでも諦めずに、八方打てを尽くす、美少女航海士ゆかりさん。しかし、その努力も、虚しく、リーンは検挙され、ダルは生死不明となってしまう。ハティクバでの仕事は、残念な結果に終わりましたね。欲しい人を亡くしました。
それで、何をしているのですか？
ジアルスに嫌がらせをしようかと思って、海賊の獲物を物色しようかと。
Captain, this is VoiceroidUtil. Well, I suppose you don't know that many of our boron. I believe we have a situation. Perhaps it is best if you return.
ボソ氏が用事とは珍しいですね。新しい実験でも思いついたのでしょうか。とりあえず、売られた喧嘩を買ってから向かいますか。よし、ゲット。
すっかり海賊も板についてきましたね。
売られた喧嘩を買っただけですよ。ボソ氏、寂しくなっちゃった。
Quickly, come in.I cannot be sure, but it seems like we have an intruder. Perhaps some long-dormant entity has awoken inside this facility. Or maybe beings from the parallel realm have found a way through.
Sorry to disappoint. It's just little old me. Don't look so shocked. I should be the one who's surprised to see you running this place, of all people.
Intruder, would you be so kind as to take 2 steps back so that I can enact the purge protocols?
And you, dear Boron.A group of Split approached me to track you down. Luckily for you, I find such tasks rather troublesome.
仕方ない。話を聞いてあげましょう。
After the scale plate situation worsened, my ship was targeted. We didn't have much of a chance and only a handful of us managed to escape in our pods. Once I was sure the survivors were safe, I started to piece together what happened.
リーンさんは
Reen turned herself in to the Argon police.She's working with them to help disrupt scale plate activities in Argon space. It appears that she didn't follow my instructions closely enough.
A plan which hinges on the conduct of criminal madmen is not much of a plan at all.
If you observe something long enough, you can account for anything, even madmen.
どうしてここに
I started to hear rumors of a mysterious station appearing out of nowhere. Given that I just lost my pride and joy, I was looking for a new start. So, I broke in.I was expecting to sweet-talk some top-secret government folks, but everything led to the Boron. And you.
You are an interloper.
I'm the best damn interloper this side of the multiverse. With my analytic abilities, your resources, and the Boron's prickly demeanor, we can do anything. What do you say?
ちょうど暇してたし、OK。
You won't regret it. I'll start measuring this room up so I can get my equipment in.
You will do no such thing. This is my laboratory.
You'll hardly know I'm here.
哀れ、ボソ氏。何か面白い話は
I've looked into and analyzed the socio-political forces at play in the split territories.
それで、分かったことは
How's it going? So,Here's what I've learned from the Alliance of the Word about the reconnected systems. The outcasts and criminals seek safe haven with the free families, while the proud families organize under the High Patriarch Zyarth. The patriarchal court is quite aloof and too isolated to interfere. A lot of well-connected parties try to influence politics there, and as political outsiders, we won't stand a chance. The free families, however, are a messy bunch. Political structures here are quite obscure, but they also are not as established.Nevertheless, they are a formidable force and can turn the tide for the split. This is why we need to establish better connections there, to learn how to use the political situation for our benefit.
現在、分かっていることは
The most important event in recent split history was the battle at the Fires of Defeat. With this decisive battle, the Zyarth Patriarchy subdued a coalition of free families. The Patriarchy has already established a court and their own police force within free family space. As I understand it, You witnessed this historical event firsthand?
目撃というか、当事者？もちろん、やられたらやり返さないとですね。
Who are invading to enrich themselves on your economy and purge your identity, right? Still, bearing in mind the fires of defeat fiasco, and with the political situation in Free Family's space in limbo, your standing is not too high. Vanishingly few split there would want to work with you, which is what we need to change.
計画案があれば教えて。
I'll take a ship to their trade station to learn more about the intricacies of their economy. Bozo will help me work through their data.
I must say, I am quite curious on what can be deduced from reading company registrations and financial movements.
やべえ、マッドが動き出したぞ。
With the reconnection of the gates, there are still some split who are concluding their business here in order to return to their families and culture. In order to learn more about them, you should offer a ship as a means of transport.
そして、仲良くなるんですね。
Of course not. I have found one split in particular who, I suspect, is well connected with either the Free Families or the Patriarchy occupation there. He aroused some suspicion. Apparently, he makes the trip regularly under different names, so he could be some sort of smuggler who potentially has ties to the other side. You should help him out in order to learn more about him. Maybe befriend him in order to make him share his connections.
Be careful not to accidentally join his unlawful smuggling operation while transporting him.
That's all I have for you at the moment.
なるほど。では、やりましょう。
He requests to be transported in an S-sized ship. I'll update you on his position as soon as I know more.
ジアルスを政治的にひっくり返そうというのですね。なかなか面白い話じゃないですか。まずは小型船ですね。テレポート用に配置していた小型船を使いましょう。
Pegasus entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
Got a lock on his current location. Transmitting data now.
ダルさんよりデータを受信。ナビに反映しました。
了解。それでは向かいましょう。結構近いので、ペガサスならすぐですね。それにしても、小型船に乗るのは久しぶりな気がします。
ハティクバの輸送船以来ですね。
Engaged.
戦闘時は、ネメシスのようにはいかないので、注意してください。
ですね。気をつけます。
Remember, he's kind of fishy, so be on your toes. Also, we are trying to befriend him, so try not to make him feel uncomfortable.
Autopilot. Disengage.
指定されたステーションに到着しました。
さて、相手はどんな人でしょうか。スプリットなので、俺様を前丸かじりな人でなければいいのですか。
話が通じる人だといいですね。
移送の仕事できました。
Wonderful. Split going to meet Ken.
部族のことを教えて。
Right. Split can humor you with some stories. Ask.
自由部族連合について。
Outcasts, exiles, and cursed ones, such as the family Takir. It's more of a slum than an economy, really, but some pride themselves on being free from imperial rule.
トゥクル族のことは？
The disgraced family responsible for a reactor incident on a shipyard. We still remember our dead every anniversary. May they haunt that cursed family for all eternity.
彼らは族長連合制に反
Some
対。
of the families do not want patriarchal laws in their realm, and local pirates are similarly reluctant to accept proper government.
So this guy bought into the patriarchal propaganda. Be careful. We don't want to alienate him.
ジアルス族長連合について知りたい。
Ask. Patriarchal split are traditional. Politics follow Tharuk's way. Zyarth, patriarch of all split, unites all lesser patriarchs under his rule.
ジアルスはどんな族長？
The patriarch is a survivalist, always on the move. He made a name for himself fighting Xenon invaders. The Zyarth family was thriving in the outer reaches. Then Patriarch Ronkar failed to keep the empire together. Zyarth stepped in to prevent the great families from drifting apart. After the gate realignments, he had outlived all his former competitors. And now there is barely a split alive who would remember another patriarch on the throne.
族長連合の安定
Given
性
how
は
long he has to reign, do not expect him to be gone anytime soon.
Bye, Bozo. Don't question the future of what could be his government.
族長の存在について知りたい。
The patriarchy grants all split, outcasts, exiles, and cursed ones a way out of the slums and back to civilization. But to reintegrate the free families back to split society, criminals must be weeded out.
奴
Ask!
隷制について知りたい。
Oh yes, split civilization has long slave tradition. Split not look kindly upon weaklings, be it foreign creatures or own kin. You seem concerned about slaves' fate. Maybe you interested in some news? Argon slaves heard that their home world was reconnected. They grew insurgent, so patriarchy started pushing slave rights to calm them. Of course, that goes against free families.
奴隷制は廃止されるの？
Argon Federation is demanding end to enslavement of Argon, but cannot go into every split household and take their slaves.
I will let that one slide, but just to remind you, your mission was to befriend him.
That's enough. Time to go now.
話をありがとう。では行きましょう。結構な情報量でしたね。
Vanguard.
ダルさんも言っていましたが、ジアルス側にバイアスがかかっているようなので、鵜呑みにはできませんが、彼の乗船を待って移送を開始しましょう。
トラント市、見えました。もうすぐ登場する予定です。
I'm aboard your ship and ready to go.
それでは出発。目的地に向かいましょう。
This is Sector Security. Split scan now. What you have?
Have I not warned my assistant to not become an accomplice in an unlawful conveyance of goods?
It's rather odd to come across patriarchy police in this sector. Wait, let your passenger deal with this.
Captain, this one has some dangerous opinions. No imminent danger, though.
危険人物扱い。まさかジアルスの警察の人間だった。いざとなれば、スプリットの頭部を渡してなんとかならないかな。
Since you showed interest in split culture, have friend who might talk some sense into you. That reckless split always find trouble. Sending you her contact details.
Well, that was unexpected. Looks like our suspect was scouting newcomers for the Zyarth authorities. Connections to the Zyarth patriarchy won't get us anywhere. The contact he provided, however, definitely belongs to the free families. I have a possible location for her, but she won't be that easy to actually get hold of.
簡単なタクシーミッションのはずが、